Being as careful as I can, removing the dirt little by little, it is time to try and raise the lid. The box is about 6 feet long and is made of pressed board. Hey, I'm going to need your help for this part. We need to lift the lid together to keep the dirt from pouring in. There was no answer from my friend who had been keeping watch. I said I need you now. What, are you asleep? But nothing. Laying on my stomach, I reach out my arms to lift up the lid as gently as possible. I push up the lid and flip it over on the side of the shallow grave. My flashlight reveals a young woman in her 20s with nothing on but a t-shirt and underwear. She is motionless and silent, laying in the fetal position. Her neck and arms are bruised, that purplish green color that means it was sustained a few days ago. Dude, I need your help. Nothing. I reach down to touch her neck and I can feel she has a slight pulse, and her skin is cool to the touch. Her hair is long and black with portions glued to her skin from blood, vomit, and sweat. Her ribs are visible through the t-shirt. Fingers and knees are bloody and raw. Her legs are black and scarlet from thrashing around in the box. Urine and feces are pulled around the edges. The smell makes me want to vomit. Man, where are you? I can't do this alone. Help me. Damn it, help me. I reach down to touch her wrist and feel for a pulse. When I touch her skin, she lets out a guttural scream that I've never heard before in my life, followed by a fist that catches me directly in the nose. The jolt to my system makes me lightheaded. The blood begins pouring down into the box and my vision turns a blackish gray. It's hard to breathe. I roll on my side to catch my wind, but the blood is flowing down my throat, which is the only source of oxygen. So I roll back on my stomach to keep from drowning in the blood. I'm on the verge of passing out. I keep thinking, where is he? The guy that is ready for anything. And that's when I feel someone put their foot in my back. It's the girl, running off like a wild animal. She keeps repeating, no, 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 no. She vanishes into the dark. Suddenly, I'm in a tunnel, and it's totally silent. I can hear breathing, and the beating of my heart, and darkness, only darkness. It seems I'm floating, with only the air and the darkness to hold me. A million things run through my head, and then my mind has a point of focus. I think of Misty, my dog. I'm concerned she hasn't been fed. Then a brief moment of peace is interrupted by thoughts of my buddy Jim, the guy who was always ready, the guy with the gun and the smart tongue. Surely he is wondering about me. I know I would. My zen moment is interrupted by a sharp pain in my back. Reaching down, my hand grabs the pain and it feels familiar. It's like rolled up quarters but bigger. It has a striker plate or a hinge that must have a purpose for my fingers. There's something smooth like a Coke bottle. Man, I'm thirsty. Could use a drink. The smaller end of it is like a hammer, but it has rough edges. I'm determined to make this pain stop, so I keep pulling, inch by inch. It starts coming my way, but it's fighting me every step of the way until I'm exhausted and faced with the prospect of dealing with the pain or giving up. So I rest with good intentions, hoping to regroup. The pain pressing in my back gives way to hunger. My stomach feels drawn in on itself, causing a gnawing pain. Not as bad as my back, but different. The hunger brings a craving for carnival food. You know, elephant ears, cotton candy footlongs. and that strange taffy that sticks to your teeth. My tongue runs along my mouth, and there are gaps where teeth used to be, but I don't remember calling the tooth fairy. Mom used to give a quarter for every tooth I would lose. I could almost be relaxed, but the pain in my back won't leave me alone. So I decide to try something daring. Daring because I'm not sure where up is or down was. But I'm going to try and raise my knee, see if the pain I am holding will be revealed. Slowly I raise my knee, and it's almost like magic. The pain is released into my hand. I want to cry from the peace it brings in my mind. Now I can wrap both hands around the pain. I really feel what it's all about. My fingers begin to touch all around it. The feel of it is strong. So I begin to run my hand across it very slowly. There's some kind of latch that wants to be moved, but it is stubborn. And then a blinding light hurts my eyes, and though I am certain they are closed, I squinch even tighter. But no matter how hard I try, I cannot force the light that is burning through my eyelids. Oh, the pain. Little shards of glass compress my orbit until I am sure implosion is imminent. Then slowly my eyeballs recede back against my brain, and the pressure begins to dissipate. Lifting, I'm having a battle of wills with my eyes to open and receive the light. Little by little lifting, prying, a need that is building from the depths of my capacity to reason. Just open, please open. Bring in the light. Raise the universe. And then, like a drain that was stopped up, the water begins to trickle. Motion begins to come reality. And the cement pressing my eyes shut begins to release. And blurry images become triple. And then double. Until final clarity returns to my understanding. The pain that was in my back, and now in my hands, is my flashlight. Raising my eyes upward and pulling both heart and breath from my soul, the press board lid that once covered the girl now covers me. There are times when the mind can and will shut down. It has to for your own good. When reality is so overwhelming it cripples the brain's ability to comprehend the situation. This is me, right now. The only reason I don't go into shock and become a vegetable is because of one tiny word. A word that is hidden in the recesses of the brain that gives you one chance to reboot before the final scrub. Hope. No one can explain it or even understand why it has the tremendous power it does. In and of myself, I have no hope. But there is something outside of this box that gives me the ability to possess it. Something that lives outside the box. People. There are 3 who are going to search for me and not give up until I'm found. My friend Jim, Gina, who went for help to the ranger, and the ranger himself. And let's not forget my dog, Misty. She will dig and dig until she reaches me. And that brings me hope.